shall we? We pick up, well, basically right where we left off. Okay, maybe not right where we left off. About a night thereafter. You guys not seeing or hearing any wraiths, even though you do have a wraith bone in your pocket. That sounds really weird to say out loud. Whatever. Moving on. Oh, everything's fine. Let's change this music. Fuck this music. Fuck the music. Get different music. I have an idea for what's playing. We'll play this. So if I can get the link. There we go. Nice and happy and fitting for the twins. Yeah. Your guys' night passed uneventfully. Well, as uneventful as things are in the twins. You hear the assorted skittering and chittering, chirping and crunching of little critters. I will say, when you awaken this morning, you are down one Amy. Your guys' I'm not really sure if I could say any of you guys are actually friends, to be perfectly honest.
The local nerd.
Yeah, there you go. You're down one Amy. And I feel like your guys' spooky fisherman friend, Bertrand. I feel like he probably disappeared well before you guys actually decided to take a night's rest. Whatever.
Just don't worry about him.
As you guys are readying to continue your trip, you guys do hear someone coming down the way you guys came. So, the southern route going northern. Yeah. Prodding down. I don't know. What does Theodosia look like?
Exactly like the picture that I have.
Nope, you don't get to do that. Nope, you don't get to do that. No one gets to do that.
Yeah.
Only I get to do that, and that's because I have to deal with NPCs. You guys have one character.
Yeah. He has a world of characters. He could just say, it looks like this.
You guys have one character, you should know how they look. How do they look? What is their demeanor? What is their equipment? Are they a happy sort of person? Are they a wrinkled sort of person? What do they look like?
She has an odd pep in her step. Since she's in the twins, she's oddly happy for being in the twins. Her physical appearance, I don't know. I literally decided on halfling earlier today, and I've been too focused on the character sheet to decide.
How tall are they? What is their eye and hair color?
She's 3 feet tall, so very short.
Standard for a halfling, but...
Yeah. Short, I'm sure, compared to everyone else. I'm not sure what everyone else is.
Size category, medium.
So, yeah. She's got studded leather armor on, she's got a backpack on her back, and 2 axes on either side of her, like attached to a belt of some sort. And she's got her hair done up in a bun. And she's got, say, green eyes.
There we have it.
What habits?
There we have it. I will say, this is like a 1 to 2 shot, so I'm not gonna worry about you guys knowing each other that much. Say that for the actual campaign, whenever we actually get around to it. Maybe some year. Fingers crossed.
2-3 weeks.
I hope 2 weeks. I hope. Schedule's, allowing.
2077.
Nope.
If we fucking start campaign 2077, I better have Keanu Reeves join the game at that point, man.
The man, the myth, the legend, for some reason pops into our game. He's like, hey.
No, it's Rihanna Jeeves.
You're not the spiffing Brit. You can't pull that joke.
So,
I am both spiffing and British.
Shit. Anyways.
So you guys decide that safety in numbers is often the virtues of traveling in the twins. Except when it isn't. And decide to -1 +1. Keep your numbers relatively equal. There is some impromptu inquiries. I wouldn't say questioning. That makes it sound so nefarious. Inquiries about Theodosia, what you're doing, why you're here.
Dead.
Apparently, you get asked if you're undead or not, which you can give a resounding answer of no.
Probably not.
Probably not. Oh, fingers crossed.
I am, in fact, not.
It's crazy.
I hope
man.
not.
It's crazy, man. It's wild.
I feel like it's an understandable question considering the circumstance.
Yeah.
In most day-to-day conversation, no, but welcome to the twins, am I right? I am assigning you a token. Give me a second.
The answer is a resounding, not to my knowledge.
Oh god, no.
Mayhaps.
I don't think I am.
We probably are.
Questions done and answered and sorted. You guys continue north, accompanied by your friendly missionary Savas. Him, once more, manning the reins to the horses that draw the carriage. With you guys sitting comfortable... Well, I shouldn't say that. Is there anyone... There are 2 seats up front with missionary Savas. Does anyone want to be outside the car?
I will hang out up front.
Very well.
We will too. I want to see where we're going.
Fair enough. So you 2 sit aside, left and right, respectively, we'll say. Missionary Savas, as you guys continue on your merry way through this, well, it's sort of foggy right now, morning.
Mary. It's the twins.
Merry things considered. You guys continue traveling. Those of you that had seen the, how to say, bristly living obstacle the previous evening, you guys get close to the proximity of where the creature was, and note that I say was, because it is no longer there. Good. You do see the remains of your fret, the guy that was with you before, who is in various states of acquaintanceship. There, we'll say that. You do see his remains there, although they are eaten, butchered, and so on. Some of his kit is still there, some of his gear, although you don't think the armor is in any... Wait, no, he wasn't even wearing armor, that's right, my bad. He probably has a blade, if you guys are interested in that, I don't know. You guys want to loot your... I keep wanting to say friend, he's not your friend. Makes it sound like...
compatriots, travel companion.
Sure, yeah, travel companion, there we go. Yeah. You guys want to stop and...
Acquaintance.
Yeah, loot your travel acquaintance. Missionary Savas is gonna take a moment to pray over the body.
Okay.
Yeah,
but you guys are free to do what you want as you're doing such.
Can I try to loot it?
I bend over his body. Just to kneel down and pray.
You hop out of the body and begin praying over him. Meanwhile, another one of you is looting the body. The duality of man.
I just got here. I have no...
Yeah, you have no connection. Well, I mean, neither did any of them, really, but... Okay, you acquire...
I feel it's a twinsian thing to, like, get what you can from a body.
You get 150 gold pieces. And a longsword. So you get his money. And his blade. The place smells of death, decay, and fecal matter. You look back in the way that the Wraith and the ominous foreboding came from was... You didn't really see it much before from this point where the Savager was, in the first place.
No, but I'm just looking in the general direction thinking, I hope it's not following us.
You did not see it the previous night during your rest. Oh yeah, you guys benefit from a long rest. I don't think that really matters, because I don't think any of you guys used anything, so...
Do we
there you
use
go.
the temp HP we got from eating the fish?
You do lose your temp HP you get from having eaten a really good fish, I'm sorry to tell
The
you.
greatest boon!
It definitely gave a lot of survivability, right? Especially at level 1.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah, just don't get hit. Lol. Just roll good. That's how you just, yeah, that's advice, right?
Be better.
Yeah, just be better. Imagine being bad. So yeah, you guys take the time to handle the remains one way or another. As you and Missionary Savas finish up praying, Theodosia, you pocket the considerable amount of change, to be honest. Like 150 gold pieces is nothing to scoff at, especially in the twins. What are the rest of you doing? What's that, Hilarious? You're looking, wondering about the wraith paranoidly.
Can I try to determine like how long ago the beast left?
That sounds like a survival check to me.
Sure, I could throw one of those down there.
18. You look, and they're pretty obvious tracks. This thing... Okay, there's a lot of quote-unquote apex predators in the twins. Although I guess at that point they're not apex predators. You get what I mean. There's a lot of really good killer creatures out here. This thing seems to at least consider itself amongst that number. It doesn't make much of an effort to hide or obscure its tracks or anything like that, either because it doesn't care or just doesn't know how to. You can see that the heavy set, but some of it bloody initially, tracks lead off to the east. I accidentally clicked backwards on roll 20 because I'm an idiot. Give me a second. Boom. It goes off to the east, and you reckon it probably happened towards the beginning of night last night. So we'll say late. So not sundown. To make that demarcation. Not sundown, but the early hours of the nightly cycle. So say 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Stuff like that.
Alright, so it's been gone a decently long time.
Yeah. You even see some of its quills, its bristles. Imagine like a porcupine, except bigger, fatter, thicker, stuff like that. Some of its bristles are left behind.
Can I collect those?
Sure.
I have no idea if those could ever be useful, but I'm going to have them in case.
They are rather large. Like, I'm not talking like a sewing needle, right? This is like...
Yeah.
It's like if you took like a wooden javelin and broke off like the upper like foot of it.
Okay.
Maybe like 1.5 feet, actually.
Obviously,
it's not made of wood, but you know what I mean.
Would suck to be hit by one of those.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Fed?
Can I keep a lookout while all of this is going on?
Certainly. Perception!
Don't suck, don't suck,
Yeah.
don't suck.
Can I use my like good hearing to hear if there's any like danger coming towards us?
You can make a perception check, but do it at disadvantage. You're in the middle of doing something already. Your guys' characters cannot be everywhere doing everything simultaneously. That's not how time works. So you can make a perception check, but do it at disadvantage.
Can I do one? Specifically to look for wraiths and ignoring everything else.
Yeah, you give a perception specifically to look if the wraith is still bouncing about in a place you can't see paranoidly.
The paranoia.
Yeah, nothing
is
else
strong.
concerns me.
Oh god, I think I saw something in the fog.
9 or 10 rather. I guess you have.
Don't count the plus.
I do like a bit of a more general form of guidance. It's like an aura effect around the cleric as opposed to like a one-on thing. Yes?
How would I roll in a disadvantage?
So if you look at the top of your sheet,
Yeah.
underneath race, it says advantage, normal, and disadvantage. These are toggleable buttons. So if you hit disadvantage, it will assume every roll thereafter will be done with disadvantage until you toggle it back to normal or advantage.
That's it. Cool.
19's disadvantage didn't even matter.
Nice.
Gotta love statistics,
Oh
am I
my
right?
god. You will have a 19.
So, Sacularis, as you look behind you, wondering about the Wraith, the Loon Wraith, as we lovingly refer to as. Look at her. She's so pretty. No. You do not see her, although you do hear her humming in your mind. Although that's not actually there, at least you hope not. It's just a trick of your mind. It's just a memory that is scarred into your mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of the cacophony.
Yeah! Yeah.
You're fine.
It's just like, oh yay, a new voice. This is fine.
This is fine. Smile. Indeed, as you're in the midst of praying, you don't hear anything. Well, you hear Missionary Savas praying right next to you. You hear swamp gases brewing and rumbling out in the swamps. You hear little critters chittering, skittering, and stamping about out in the distance. But you don't hear anything particularly suspect. I forgot how to say your character's name. God damn it, Fred. Guillaume? Am I correctly?
There you go.
Yeah. See, double checking. Guillaume, for good, as everyone is in the out and about doing whatever it is they're doing, different things for different people. It's quiet. Well, not quiet. It's non-suspect. It's normal, as the twins gets, for several minutes as things are happening. Up until you hear out into the front of you some sort of discharge. Sounding like crunching ice. So like we took like a chunk of ice and cracked it open with her bare hand, squeezing.
And it's only Fred's character that hears that?
Correct. Aha, welcome to D&D. This is what we call asynchronous information. And now, this is where Fred could be an asshole and not say anything, and then we all can suffer, knowing that he knows something and you know he knows something and he's not telling you on purpose. Or he forgot, one or the other. There you go. Or he could just tell you.
Yeah. So Guillaume is probably just gonna put his shield on his arm and look to the group and say, "You best get ready. There's something out there."
Oh no, not again. Can it not be a weird spooky thing? I know this is the twins, but
I was about to say, you picked a very bad place to go if you do not want a big spooky thing.
you act like I had a choice in picking this place.
Spooky Tor, you're a little rust beast. That's what this is, by the way. It's a little... I say little, it's
like a
bigger than
dog-sized
you,
cockroach.
Theodosia. It's bigger than you. It's like a big cockroach that eats metal.
Pardon?
That's what it is. It's
Yep.
a big. It's literally just a big cockroach that eats metal. I'm not joking. It's also bigger than you. It's a size category medium. And it is Ukitor's pet,
Compatriot.
animal friend, something like that. As you've noticed, as you guys have been traveling, it just sort of walks alongside him.
I keep as far away from it as possible while still staying with the group.
It sort of skitters around between people trying to get at whatever magical weapons or not magical, metal weapons they have.
Stop eating the forks!
Yeah, he sort of just wants to nibble on metal, which Ukitor advises, it to stop eating forks. You guys don't have any forks left. Sorry.
You act like I had forks to begin with.
You probably had like one of those like Revolutionary era forks, which is to say a 2-prong fork.
It's missing
Well,
a
you had
prong.
that. Sorry.
It's missing the other prong. It's not missing.
Sorry. But
Isn't that a little boy?
as you guys are, well, regarding the peculiar noise ahead of you, your little friend, and I can actually say that for this one, Ukitor, your friend, his little antennae, those little wispy antennae that he has extending next to his mandibles, just probably begin whipping around, as if, like, detecting something. sort of like an ant, you know, trying to like feel anything, because that's how ants see with their antennae. It just begins like sort of whipping it around. It whips it.
Pass. Oh, is there something about? There is. It is very concerning.
Not the greatest disturbance in the force.
Is this similar to the other day? I mean, yesterday.
It skitters at you. None of you understand what it's saying. Ukito, you get the general gist of it.
Eh.
The general gist is no.
Okay, that's positive.
It is?
It's a different type of threat, at least.
It says it smells metal. Like, barely.
Smells metal. Like raw metal or tinkered like these people.
When you say tinkered like these people, it tippy taps its front legs, confirming the allegation.
Oh, that was adorable.
And then whips its antennae at Theodosia.
Oh.
Did you have other compatriots you did not tell us about?
What does compatriots mean?
The traveling
Companions,
companions, friends, allies.
Oh. No. Just me.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Be prepared for odd mechanics. Very odd mechanics.
Who here has... Well, I already know the answer for one of them, Tinkerer's Tools. I know Theodosia has it. Who here has Tinkerer's Tool training or Alchemist supplies?
Damn it. I got that herb kit.
Nah. Fair enough.
Big fat nope.
Fair enough. Theodosia, can you roll me your Tinkerer's Tools?
Yes. What do I do? How do I do that?
I would say this attribute would be wisdom as opposed to intelligence. This one's a bit more of a perceptive sense as opposed to an intellectual aptitude sense.
Like that?
No, because you have proficiency with your tools.
Okay, so what do I do?
So if you go to the Tinker's Tools on your sheet, and it goes query, and this actually does just do that, in which case then it's right. No, okay. So when it says query, that just means it's going to ask you which stat to use.
Like that?
Correct.
Okay.
So what it's breaking down for the roll is because you're proficient with the tools, that's literally what tool proficiency means, you add your proficiency bonus at the top, right?
Okay.
And then it's asking what stat, charisma, dex, wisdom, you know, that sort of stuff. We're using your wisdom. So that's where it even breaks it down right there in the light gray, 2 plus 0 plus 2. That's what's breaking down.
And it might have cut out something. Why am I rolling this again, or have you not explained yet?
Well, I'm afraid with a 12, that will be that. There will be times I'll ask you guys to do rolls, and then you'll wonder, why am I rolling this? Hopefully, you guys don't metagame it. And it's like when I ask you guys to roll perception checks. That makes it sound like there's something to perceive. But then when I say you guys don't see anything, suddenly you get suspicious as to why I asked that in the first place.
I mean,
D&D,
sometimes
baby.
you're just looking for leaving the breeze.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's a nice, pretty day. It's crazy. It's wild. Crazy. As they are talking about this little cricket, cockroach-looking, metal-consuming creature, smelling metal in the wind, you think about that? Because it directs its attention at you, indicating you in some way, shape, or form in association with this metal in the breeze. And you think about it, and first off, you're more lost on the fact that it could detect that in the first place. Like, this fucking big bug can detect that. And that's where your mind sort of lingers for a good while. It's like playing a tutorial for like an RPG. If you would roll better, I would give you more information. You did not roll better, therefore that's what you got. So, that aside, what would you like to do? Or you guys can continue forward. Missionary Savas does remark that you guys lost enough time due to having to wait out a big beast on the road. So
I feel like continuing forward would be a good idea.
Yeah, I vote for not being here.
Yeah, we should probably go.
Also, if we stay here, that big monster might come back sometime soon. It'd be about the right time.
allow me to give you guys one of the best / worst things.
Mhm.
There it is. There's
Jingle gesture.
Falcon Hoof. And Jingle the Jester.
Oh god.
It's cringe, but it's terrible and terrible, but it's great.
Sometimes cringe is good.
I don't know what the premise was for this. It was like a colon. I don't fucking know. You were watching on your time. Anyways, you guys hop back onto the carriage, and Missionary Salvas gets the horses rolling again, and you guys continue forward. It's not more than 5 minutes or so of travel. Don't be wrong, the horses aren't like the best horses. They're not the fastest horses. But they are horses, so they are faster than all of you. Even while drawing the carriage. Wheels, baby. You guys continue forward, and those of you sitting in front with Missionary Salva see a profile, there we go, begin emerging through the fog. You see the dark silhouette of some sort of object? Structure? No, it's too small to be a structure. It sits about 6 or so feet up. Or 6 feet tall, rather. About... Probably an equal width, actually. 6 feet. It is a bit toppled. Tipped over. Diagonal, you would say. And you guys close in closer and closer. And you guys also see, the two of you up front, also see that there is a figure standing aside it.
Who's up front with me?
Hi.
This would be Ukutor.
Okay.
Does
and
the
Missionary
rust beast have
Salvas.
to sit in the back? Or does the rust
I imagine the
beast
rust beast fucking sits on top of the fucking carriage like this weird ass fucking
Fair.
figurehead.
It's the team
You know how, like,
mascot.
You know how like cockroaches can make themselves flat to get into places? I imagine that's what he's doing. He just sort of chills up top.
Nice. He's comfy. That is potentially very dangerous.
What's potentially very dangerous?
There seems to be somebody standing next to some type of toppled structure. I cannot make out 100%, but
Missionary Savas, turns around, not the car himself, and opens up this little sliding little hatch, I guess, or a little slide slot that allows the inside of the carriage to look forward. It's not terribly big. It's about only, I want to say, half a foot tall and then a foot wide, so it's not huge. You can't squeeze through it. And most of the time, he's the one, like, he's in front of it blocking the view. It's like directly behind him. But he slides it open and lets you guys see, those of you inside the carriage, to see forward. And you guys see the same thing, although it is much closer now.
I can't see very well. Everyone's heading away. Is the
He
path
leans.
blocked?
sorry, what'd you say?
What's that?
Is the path ahead blocked?
It is not, no.
Then
The figure begins moving towards you guys.
A new friend, possibly?
a new
No,
enemy,
let's
possibly.
keep our distance away.
I second
They're walking right at you, so...
Well,
Could we?
I shout hello at them.
They hold up a hand in greeting.
Giddy
You
up.
can see their, like, the silhouette of them through the fog.
I
Sort of.
asked, who are you?
are you?
They wait until you guys come closer before they shout back an answer. At this point, you guys are some 30 feet or so away, we'll say. Yeah, 30 so feet. That sounds about right.
Should we
Great.
get closer, guys?
Well, you guys are
No.
moving closer and closer as time goes on. I'm just saying he doesn't speak until you guys are about that distance. Hello, I'm Vendelin. Don't worry, I'll type it out. The inevitable question I always ask. Can you spell that for me? There it is. For those of you, the wise amongst you that take notes. Hello.